Hey folks, I thought I'd give you a little bonus guide on headshotting in Vermintide. My first hint to you is you need to go to Mod Realm, and I'll link below my mod collection. Download the mod collection and the mods you need more than anything, right? Creature spawner. You go to Modded Realm, you spawn creatures, and you practice yourself until it feels comfortable. So anytime you start a new weapon, you come in and start figuring out how to headshot. Because the trajectories in this game, the trajectories of the swings are quite unusual. So for example, for this dagger, the light one goes like this, right? Like this. And it's a headshot dependent weapon. So how the heck do you headshot with that, right? If it was just like a poke or an overhead, you'd think it'd be pretty easy, right? Just aim. However, it is possible to learn how to do it with this weapon, and the weapons you think would be trivial, like the big overhead of Executioner's Sword, actually rely on aiming slightly off head, right? A little to the left with the first one, for example, to be most efficient. So it's good to come practice. It's good to come practice. So let's look at daggers, for example. So here's a Marauder. So if I just walk up and try to hit him in the head, look. Huh. It works. Great. I can just headshot him, right? Huh. Let's see. Wait. Why am I not headshotting him? I headshot him that first time. What happened? What's going on? If you're too close, what's happening? It's trying to stab up, but it hits the body first. So therefore, I can't get to the head. So how do you solve that problem? You can max range and just kind of aim it slightly higher than head level. Right? Just kind of aiming at headshot level. And you'll get them. But if you ever end up too close, what do you have to do? You need to aim up. Look. I can't get too close. Up. Not going to be able to hit that angle. Here, I'll come around this side. But you get the idea. The closer you are, the more vertical you have to aim. So what you need to learn how to do is judge your distance, which is your field of view dependent, right? You got to very comfortable with your FOV. And if you're at max range, almost all weapons, you headshot by aiming for the head. Though sometimes jumping helps a little bit if it's an upward swing. If you're too close, you have to aim up higher. Let's look at the charge attack while we're at it, and let's see if we can have that same result. So we're at max range, roughly. Nope. Okay, let's try again. Max range, nope. Nope. Oh, look, he's so tall, I can't do it. So what do I do? So I'll just aim above his head, right? Yes, there we go. So if I'm really close, got to aim almost 40 degrees up above his head. Like, it's pretty ridiculous. Right? The alternative is if you're at max range, you jump and then aim straight at the head. So those are your two strategies for the overhead. The second thing is a stab, right? It's a stab. So how do I do it with the stab? Let's see. Maybe here? Jump. Ah, there we go. So if I wanted to double hit, it would be 1, 2. Boom. Right? There you go. So you got to practice weapon dependent. Let's look at spear for a second while we're here, because I think that's a great weapon to practice on. Because hitting spears for hitting spear headshots turns it into a killing machine. So let's look at that. So yet again, same idea. If I'm at max distance, just aim at the head. Just aim at the head. Not bad, not bad. Okay. But if I'm close and I just aim at the head, just hits the body. Just hits the body. So what do I do? Take a guess. Yes, of course. Aim up. Aim up. The closer you are, the more you have to aim up. It's not as dramatic as with the dagger. So with the dagger, I had to aim like this. Here, it's just up. Okay. What else? What about Chaos Warriors? Okay. Here. Okay, max range, aim at the head. Max range, aim at the head. Too close, aim up. There's a trick. There's a trick to this, especially if your sensitivity is considerable. When you attack, remember, it makes a box through the air, some sort of volume that goes through the air. And if it intersects with the head box, it gives you a headshot, right? But that box doesn't just last for one frame, it lasts for multiple frames. So you can drag the box. Where does this come up? Two-handed hammer, right? If you just do this swing, you'll hit this much, right? But if you do this swing and then curve your mouse at the same time, you get the benefit of both and you get a much wider swipe, right? That's one way to take advantage of the fact that the hitbox trails. But there's another one. And remember, the deal is that the hitbox intersects with the head, most attacks, I'm trying to remember which attacks do this, but there's a mechanic that makes it prioritize the head. But what's the bottom line? If you're not sure if you're really close and should therefore aim up high, or not quite that close, what you can do is you aim high and then drag it down. And then you get it basically consistently, right? You got to drag it down onto the head. So if you try to start perfect, right, just by jabbing, you have to line it up perfectly. If you aim too low and you hit the body first, oops, there goes your headshot, there goes most of your damage. But if you pull it down, there's no way it can intersect with the body first because the first thing that hitbox will find is the head, right? It can't possibly. So those are my hints for headshotting. But again, the number one hint is you got to go to Mod Realm and practice for yourself because it's all about muscle memory, muscle memory, muscle memory. And then you got to pay attention. Look, I have it set to brown, but yours default is different, right? See that little box, that little square? That means you headshot it, right? And there's also crosshair customization. That's a mod as well, and it's in my mod pack. So the key there is get used to it. So it's almost Pavlovian or whatever have you. Its behavior is Skinnerian. Every time you see that little color that indicates you got a headshot, you should be excited. I think it's green by default. I can't even remember. Hope this has been helpful. If you have more questions, let me know. Else, have a great day.